I'm from South Korea. My hometown is Gyeonggi, Yongin. It takes 1 hour, like it's around Seoul. And I have one younger brother, and my parents, they still live there at Gyeonggi. And me, myself, and my dad is Christian, but my mom and brother, they're not yet, but I guarantee they will come.
Amen.
Will come back to God.
Yes.
And I am a student. I'm studying Christian counseling.
Sure.
My father became Christian after me.
Oh, I see.
But my mom and brother still.
They're not Christians yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. How did you become a Christian? What was the turning point in your life?
Yeah. I became a Christian 2021.
Right.
Yeah. So at 2020, right? 2020. Yeah. My cousin sister, she evangelized me.
Ah, okay. So what do you think was the striking point or the message that made you change your mind, kind of, or change your heart?
Message.
Can you remember anything that made your heart to say like, wow, this is something different?
Yeah. So that time, I was so depressed. I was so depressed. I major African Studies and Japanese translation that time as a bachelor, but COVID came.
Right.
COVID-19 came, so there was no hope in my future. Like, how can I go outside? How can I go abroad? And even I was betrayed by my two besties.
Oh, okay.
I was so down. Yeah, and I feel like I'm not lovable. But since my sister invited me to the church, I went every single Sunday service every week. So I was like cried out like, God, are you real? Like, are you really here?
Sure.
Are you exist? How do you exist? And like, it was like, can I be loved? Yeah, I was so cried hard. I was like, kneel down, cry hard. I even know nothing about God.
Right, yeah, sure.
But I was like, I cry out so much. It means like, please love me. Please love me.
Sure.
And in that time, I heard the voice. I heard the voice, like someone really crying hard, like crying so sadly. And he said, Sugyong, I love you. So I thought it was from my sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So during the COVID, the people have to be stand very far away.
Oh, yeah, distance, yes.
Yeah, keep a distance. So like, there's no one, but maybe only my sister. So I'm like, because I felt like I know that voice, like, and it's crying so hard. So after the service,
I see.
I asked her, was it you? And she's like, what? What do you mean? So at that time I realized, oh, God is real.
Yeah, sure.
And he loves me. I think that was my
The
turning point.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's amazing to see that God speaks to us in different ways, and to you, I think right at the point when you really needed to hear something like that, and you really heard it, and that's amazing. Wow. So after becoming Christian, I mean, what changes do you see in yourself comparing to your past life in terms of maybe your personality, even your character or your way you think and stuff like that? Just one or two things that you see.
definitely my identity.
Your identity. Right.
Yeah. Actually, I was bisexual before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, we never talked about this earlier, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Sure. Thanks for sharing that, but yeah, continue.
Yeah. So I am attracted by same sex.
Sure.
So I thought that was special because I want to be special. I wanted to be special that times. And you know about K-pop, it's so everywhere. So I was a big fan of K-pop. And there's the shady culture, like dark culture of that.
Sure.
And I read so many fan fictions like about homosexuality, and I was so deep into it. And my mother, my father was so busy, no time to like have time with me.
Sure.
So all the time I just read and read the novels. So like naturally I thought like, okay, so same-sex attraction is natural.
I see.
And maybe this is the special one. So it's like I deceive myself.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm 100% liking boys, but you know I'm deceiving myself. Like this is special.
Sure.
This is special. So yeah.
Wow. So it looks like you were, like you said, you were looking, to feel some void inside of you that would make you stand out, in the crowd and say there, oh, she's a different one kind of thing. So
yeah.
maybe all those wanting to have different experience and wanting to have that kind of attention, maybe. Wow, that's interesting. So how did you come a turnabout in that belief or in that experience after you became Christian?
Yeah, my sister helped me a lot. She's like dispute my thought.
I see.
And she
so you actually shared to her that you
yeah.
are. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We're very close.
Yeah, sure.
And she helped me to find out the root of my like conception.
I see.
So at the deep inside, it was, I want to be loved. I want to be special.
Wow.
But she kept telling me like, you're special in God. You're a child of God. You're children of God. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. And she helped me to like quit all the like community, all the videos. So I'm like, I don't know, but one day it becomes like just flipping around,
right.
flipping over.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, maybe this is not. And I liked a girl before, but I realized that, because I really want to be close with her, but it was like fellowship way.
Sure.
Actually, it was like, I want a younger sister that way,
I see.
not a love way.
Sexual attraction.
Yeah.
Sure. Wow. Okay. You mentioned a little bit about K-pop, and the K-wave thing is really something that is happening all around the world, and especially I know from my place, a lot of people, they always talk about this, and even I was so much into K-dramas and K-movie, K-pop and stuff like that. So when there's a lot of popular culture that's happening, and Christians want to join in, because we believe that, there's nothing wrong in success, so we can use that kind of culture to share the gospel or even, do our Christian mission work effectively. But there are, I believe, also something that we need to be careful about. If we're not careful, we can go in the wrong direction. So is there anything that you think like being too much involved in the K culture can affect your life or even your ministry or whatever?
So we should be very careful about the concepts and lyrics. These days they are talking about me,
right.
loving myself.
Sure.
I'm the best. I can do everything. Like it's become, I am the master of me.
Myself, right?
Yeah,
sure.
myself. So it sounds so good. It sounds so good, right?
Actually, because that's what the world is searching for, an identity that will make you feel like, wow, this is me, proud of myself, right? But so how do you think that affects your Christian understanding of yourself or identity?
So as a Christian,
Yeah. How do you understand yourself as a Christian, as opposed to or as different to how the K-pop or the popular culture is saying me, myself?
so it's really hard to bow down before God. Like it can be like
You become self-worship, for
yeah,
example, right? You don't want to submit to God as well because you can do everything by yourself, right? So,
yeah,
So why bow down to somebody else?
yeah. So because I can do everything, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's something you have seen the change a lot after you became Christian, as well, right?
And it's easier to see. Sin is we didn't see a sin very serious. Yeah, they talk about lust, pride,
Right.
and they said it's so natural.
So normal.
Yeah,
right?
so normal.
Yeah. Sure. Wow. It's true.
So we should be so careful. Yeah.
And then you can talk about, since you were a little bit in the K culture as well. So what were the things that you did that you think is not helpful as a Christian?
Yeah, I would say fan fiction culture.
Fan fiction culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fan fiction is like fiction, like novel
Oh, I see.
that contains the love between the members.
Ah.
Like
Okay.
it's about boys' love.
I see.
And they like write down so well. It's like a real novel.
Wow.
But
Okay.
but there was my oppas.
Okay.
So it's easier to like dip into novel very well.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, but it's not love.
Sure.
Yeah. They all say about the lust, and even the real idol members, they act like that sometimes.
Sure.
And even the entertainment company let them do like that.
Sure.
Because that can make money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, some fans start to liking them because of fan fiction, something like
I
that.
see.
Yeah.
Also, they actually have novels.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. Yeah, wow.
There's
Okay.
a big platform.
Platform. Okay.
Mm.
I see. Okay, so since we talk about K-pop and everything, your country, Korea, is now very popular, obviously. And I think the whole world is looking to this country for many reasons. So, keeping aside the popularity, what do you think you see as something that your country really needs? And as a young girl or as young people, what do you think you can contribute to do better for your country?
First, as a counselor.
Oh yeah, you're a counselor, right?
Yeah.
I almost forgot. yeah, sure.
Yeah, as a counselor, the next generation, like youth adult and the students, now they're so deep into media.
Right.
Media talking about like non-biblical themes. Because of that, like myself before, yeah, it's easier to lose their identity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they worship the other virtues.
Okay, sure.
So the next generation of Korea, they really need to heard the gospel to to restore their identity.
Sure. So I do feel definitely that the young people are crying out for help in so many ways. So yeah, as a counselor and as a Christian counselor, I think once we give them that real identity where they can feel secure, not just in themselves, but really in the one who created them, I think. So that's
Right.
what they really need. And something that you found as well as you were struggling, right?
Yeah, because the individualism, nobody can hear. Like nobody wants to hear them.
Sure.
Nobody wants to like share who you are. Actually, who you are.
Sure.
Mm.
I think counseling is something that we really need to set up and make it available for even for free.
Mm.
Because once you can be available for counseling, but once that involves money again, because counseling is pretty expensive as well.
Yes.
So I think as a church we can make it very almost like free or affordable, and that'll be very nice. Okay, this will be our last sharing from your side. What is your future plan after seminary, let's say after your counseling course here?
Okay, I want to be more like professional with the counseling.
Sure.
So maybe I can be an intern or resident counselor in a center, specialized with the young people
Sure.
and specialized with sexual identity.
Sure. Wow.
And as a dancer,
Oh, yeah, you dance as well. See, I'm forgetting actually the thing that you are. Anyway, now I'm rediscovering. Yes, you are a dancer. Yes, I forgot.
yeah, I am a leader of worship dance team in my church.
Sure.
So I'm thinking about taking a video about worship dance.
Sure.
Mm.
Wow. Okay, so a dancer, a counselor, and a Christian with a testimony of God's power. I think it's a good mix to do something to bring about great change in your country.
Amen.
Amen. So all the best, Suki, and thank you for sharing your testimony and your life with me and with us today.
Lasai imang lana katang makavaya pro mingli sochi kadra katang makavaya pro mingli sochi kadra